Hi guys, it's me, Asher. And look, I just got this sick time machine for Christmas. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go back in time and stop my younger self from making a bunch of dumb mistakes. Alright, it worked. Hey, that's where I used to go to daycare.
Hey, you're not from around here, are you?
Alright, first of all, how can you be sure that I'm not from around here?
I don't know, it's just always something I've known how to do.
Second of all, why does it even matter?
Well, I can't let any suspicious individuals come in here, can I? Unlike other daycares, we pride ourselves in our anti-kidnapping policy. See, look at the place across the street.
Alright, well, to tell you the truth, I'm just here to visit myself. That kid named Asher, I'm him, 16 years in the future.
Well, in that case, prove it. Got anything from the future you can show me?
See? A movie from the future.
Not so fast. We gotta watch it till the end.
I mean, I was gonna use it as fuel for an upcoming bonfire, but sure, I got a few hours to kill. But wait, don't you need to watch the door and make sure nobody comes in?
Don't worry, those kids are completely safe in there. Now come on, let's go watch this so-called future movie.
I've heard it's not very good.
Oh, come on, how bad could it be?
And we're heading into spring with our hearts still full of holiday cheer.
Not to mention all of Mrs. Claus' world-famous eggnog.
The Mrs.'s recipe is so rich and thick. Our elfin tummies can only hold so much.
No, you're not hallucinating. This is actual footage from a real movie. Alright, time for some backstory. This abomination was brought to life by Wow Now Entertainment, which has created 171 films in the last 12 years. They're behind some of your favorite classics, such as Jurassic Park, Kung Fu Dragon, Bad Monsters, A Frozen Christmas, Jumbo, and the show Strange Events. Their philosophy is simple: barf out the maximum amount of content with minimum effort and budget. As you're about to see, this tenet bleeds into every aspect of Elf Day. For starters, you may have noticed already that the characters' mouths don't line up with the words that they're saying.
Bingle, you wanna come with us to plant flowers down by the duck pond later?
That's because these clips are being reused over and over again with different dialogue. Nearly every shot in the film is reused like this, with a few in particular being reused over a dozen times. And the graphics are just as lazy. This may look like 3D animation from the 90s, but nope, this sucker came out in 2020. But that's enough stalling. Let's get started and take a look at the gripping plot.
The duck pond? Isn't it iced over? Iced over? No, silly. It's April the 5th. All the ice is melted and spring is in bloom.
No, it's not. All these shots clearly show the ground is covered in snow.
What beautiful weather we're having!
I love spring.
Our story begins with a bunch of Christmas elves named Bingle, Tingle, Jingle, and Dingle. After hours of analysis, I still couldn't tell you for the life of me which one is which. These are literally identical character models except for the hats they're wearing. Oh, and this one has glasses.
And it was so funny when we landed on Little Billy Bob's rooftop in Philly and your cousin hit that patch of ice and slid right off the edge.
That was one of the absolute funniest things I've ever seen on any Christmas Eve ever.
I'm just happy that big snow-covered shrub was down below to break his fall.
Otherwise, I'd have a dead body on my hands.
Angus, I'd like to thank you once again for being such a reliable reindeer. Your help during our beloved Christmas season is invaluable to me, and to all those who work so hard here at the North Pole year-round to ensure that good little boys and girls everywhere get their just rewards, with stockings overflowing and with goodies and heaps of presents under their trees.
You notice how long and unnecessarily drawn out that sentence was? The whole movie is like that. It has to be, because if it weren't, the entire film would be less than 5 minutes long, because almost nothing actually happens. Yes, there is a plot, if you can call it that, but 90% of the runtime is spent with characters taking way too long to say something pointless, or just repeating something that has already been said.
I think it's high time I took down our Christmas tree for the year.
No way, Santa. Your Christmas tree must stay up all year. After all, you're Santa.
Excuse me, what?
That's reasonable. I mean, he is Santa.
Hey, you know what I miss? I miss the Elf Detective Agency.
The ELF Detective Agency. What a blast that was!
ELF Detective Agency. Our detective agency?
The ELF Detective Agency, our ELF team.
The ELF Detective Agency. Ever since we shut down the agency, it feels like we've been resting on our laurels, going through the motions.
This is literally a movie for babies. Come on, I think we've seen enough.
Are you kidding? This is great! Are you telling me you don't want to know if the ELF Detective Agency gets back together again?
The footage you're seeing right now, that's how long it takes for the elves to discuss whether or not to reinstate the ELF Detective Agency. I'd explain to you the intricate nuances of the conversation to give you more context, but come on, it's the ELF Detective Agency. What do I need to explain?
Gee, that's convenient. If I didn't know better, I'd say a crime's gonna be committed soon.
Hey, shut up. I'm trying to listen.
Give Mrs. Claus my regards, Santa. That Christmas soup was the absolute best batch she'd ever served. I'm so content I could curl up by the fire and nap clear till next season.
Except I'm not able to do so because I was only animated to stand still and talk sometimes.
Ho, ho, ho! I'm glad you feel that way, my boy. The missus puts extra special care into her soup broths every holiday.
But it's not a holiday. It's April 5th.
Look at my tree, Angus. That's not my Christmas tree. Some cad has swapped my tree for this imposter. Suss out the truth. Suss out the imposter. Suss out the truth.
Oh no, Santa's Christmas tree has been replaced with an identical tree, so who cares? No, seriously, skipping the question of how Santa noticed if they're identical, why do you need to worry about this? You have a perfectly fine tree regardless.
Oh no! Not Santa's Christmas tree! We gotta get it back! If only there was somebody to call, like some sort of crack team of sleuths or something to take on the case!
We're going to the ELF Detective Agency.
Okay, Santa calls a meeting and explains what happened. Everybody repeats themselves a bunch of times and then...
I have a confession to make, you guys. I stole Santa's Christmas tree. It was me.
What? Dorabelle was the imposter?
Well, that's the movie. We're done here.
Not so fast. There's still 50 more minutes of runtime.
Needless to say, Santa and his elves are shocked to find out who the thief was. Like, so shocked, they spend 15 minutes just talking about how shocked they are.
I just can't believe this, Santa. You mean to tell me your beloved Christmas tree was really stolen by one of our own elves? It's madness.
Die, Angus.
It hurts my heart.
Yours and mine both, my boy.
My boy.
I hear you, Santa. I'm merely talking about the possibility that this particular group of elves has gone bad.
Gone bad? Did you say gone bad, my boy? Christmas elves just don't go bad, as you say.
However, they soon come to the conclusion that something doesn't add up. Dorabelle doesn't remember where she put the tree. She doesn't even remember how she committed the crime.
Detectives, let's get detecting.
Huh? Is that a walking animation? I didn't know they could do that! You know you're watching a masterpiece when watching some characters move gets you excited. The first thing the detectives do is track down a giant caterpillar in a cave to see if he can provide any helpful information. This is because he, quote, sees all and knows all. What? We then cut to Santa and Angus, who are still chatting about the impossibility of the elf betrayal.
The North Pole elf is one tough hombre. Hoorah!
Huh? Whoa! What just happened?
I know what happened. Santa was put back in the snow so they could reuse the same clips from earlier.
Oh no! Somebody teleported Angus and Santa to the middle of the tundra? Oh, what if they freeze to death?
I hope so.
It's soon revealed that the perpetrator of all these misfortunes was none other than
The sinister minister of North Pole dark magic.
aka Grumper. It's your fairly standard ye olde villain garbage. Something about how he used to be a Christmas elf, but nobody liked him. Whatever, you don't care, nobody cares. However, this knowledge does make a bunch of stuff Santa said sound even dumber in retrospect.
Christmas elves just don't go bad.
Yes, they do! It literally happened not that long ago. Why are you surprised when it happens again? What I can't get over is how Grumper's plan makes zero sense. He's apparently this super powerful lizard, and what does he decide to do? Mind control a random elf to steal a tree. Why? He then teleports Santa to the middle of nowhere, hoping he'll freeze to death. You have all this power at your disposal and that's your plan to take Santa out? The old man literally just walked back home, no problem. Well, after many long and pointless scenes of empty dialogue, our heroes make it to Grumper's castle. Can we just acknowledge that the ELF detectives have done zero detective work leading up to this point? They asked the all-knowing caterpillar and he just told them who did it. There were no clues, no interesting discoveries or plot twists. That was it.
Release Tingle from the spell and return Santa's tree, Grumper. We'll call it even. We'll let bygones be bygones. You go your way, we'll go ours.
Okay, fine.
Yup, that's all it took. Roll the credits. So there's your Elf Day analysis, the movie review nobody asked for. That was also an hour and a half of time I will never get back. Why do I do this?
Well, as much as I enjoyed that, there's nothing about Elf Day that proves you're from the future. Sorry, but I can't let you in.
Oh, come on! This is all your fault!
Wait, what's this? No way! The special recipe for Mrs. Claus's soup! This is revolutionary! Why didn't you show me this from the start? Come right on in!
Wait, what? Wow, this is surreal. Hey, little buddy. Now listen closely, because I'm about to tell you something very important, okay? Whatever you do, do not invest in the real estate market. I know it's tempting, but if you subtract the replacement value of the structure, adjusted for depreciation, from the home price, you'll find that collateralized debt obligation, mortgage, credit, hedge fund, and foreign bank markets are heading down a slippery slope, which will lead to a 33% drop in housing value.
Hey, Asher, I don't think he can...
There's more. There's a math test you're gonna take when you get older. Listen closely. The answers are D, A, B, C, C, and B. Did you get that?
You realize you're talking to a 2-year-old, right?
Oh, and Madison from 8th grade. I know it won't seem like it, but she actually does like you. Crazy, right? Well, I hope I understood all that. Time to finally head home.
Wait, take me with you.
Why? It seems life is pretty good here for you. Why do you want to come with me?
Well, things have been super boring around here since the ZDI commercial agency shut down. It's been really depressing around here. Might as well come and see what the future is like. My only regret is that I'll never get to see 2020. I'm sure it'll be a great year.
Right. Well, in that case, let's head out.
You're from around here, aren't you?
Yeah,